Here we have the 2-litre diesel version, and it's the touring or estate shaped vehicle. The first thing I'm going to say about this car is, I don't know whether it's the fact that it's a diesel, but I noticed the steering is a lot heavier on this car than it is on anything else. Okay, 0 to 60 test, 3, 2, 1, go. Bit of a lag there at the beginning, I don't know whether you could really notice that on the video. This is the Mtec version, so 60. Its performance doesn't come in really on the acceleration, it's more when you're doing sort of motorway speed and you're wanting to overtake large vehicles like a lorry. As I was saying, this is the Mtec version, so you've got the sportier suspension and sports trim, etc, etc. The shocks do make a difference to the handling, and I would strongly advise you get a BMW with the Mtec. But I've noticed if you give this car a little bit of a wiggle, it's got a lot more roll than normal, and I would have to say it's probably because it's the Tourer version. But the vehicle drives like a dream. The brakes on this vehicle are magnificent, and I'm not exaggerating in any sense of that word, they are truly legendary. This car could stop on a 10 pp to 70 miles an hour, it feels that good. Yeah, 70 miles an hour now, cruising along. This is an automatic gearbox, and I can't even hear the engine, it's that smooth. Very impressive, and that's a diesel, don't forget. In fact, the only noise I can hear is the wind going over the car. Now let's just go through a few basics. The rear visibility is obstructed by 3 headrests, and it's not the largest window to be looking out of, to be fair, but we can see what's going on. The side mirrors, they're like a mouse shaped, and they're probably a little bit too small, I think it's fair to say. The instrument cluster here is obstructed by the top of the steering wheel. Okay, I can adjust the steering wheel, but then I'm going to be driving in a position I'm not comfortable in. So why can't I adjust where the dials are? Wouldn't that be an easier solution? Center console, pretty easily laid out. These buttons here are never labelled, I don't quite understand why. Generally the interior is the typical BMW leather trim, which is all superb. The most endearing factor about this car is indeed the brakes. The brakes are legendary. Steering is nice and responsive. The car's got a good feel to it. Considering this is only a 2-litre and it is a diesel, I have to say this car blasts along. It's not a road rocket, so you won't be doing any particularly quick starts in this car, but it corners like a dream. It drives so well. Steering spot on, if not a little bit heavy. Visibility I think is a little bit poor on the wing mirrors, the rear view mirrors, and the layout of the instrument cluster not so great. But generally speaking, this is a superb car. But the extra body with the Tourer certainly makes a difference to its handling. If you're thinking about buying one of these, I would probably suggest going for something like the 330 diesel with a little bit more power.